Hey everybody, in today's series of quickly defunct terminal and satellite games, today we've got Sword Art Online Arcade. So these, I was not expecting to get these so soon. I think they came out in 2019. This is a Namco cab running DNA1 hardware. There's not a lot of stuff on it yet, but I'm kind of surprised that this came out so recent, or that we got it so soon. This game got offered to us, I think only like 2 or 3 months ago, and we just had it shipped right away. But, you know, I only buy these things when the price gets really, really low. And this one did, which means that it's probably on its way out. Support's probably aiming for it soon. Or, you know, it's just not doing well and places can't get a buyer anywhere else. So we got a set, and we're hoping to get this running, and, you know, depending on how dependent it is on card support, which I don't think it is. It does have a, what I believe is probably a QR code reader right there. Yeah, it's a scanner, and there's a camera inside. I'm pretty sure we can do quite a bit without that. I would love to bring this to cons, maybe even, as of this recording, maybe I'll manage to fit this on for Fanime, who knows. But, anyway, whenever any of these kind of games get really cheap, I usually take the initiative to be the one to buy it and, get it working. Because otherwise I think nobody else will, and you know, it's just one of the few things that I use as a... I use the power that I've built up with importing the, you know, that to contribute back to the community. So it looks like here we've got, they are not standard keys, but yeah, we'll take a look inside the terminal and everything first, and then we'll come over to the satellite unit. I only had these two shipped for now, since this is all we need to start looking at it and seeing what does and doesn't work. And then I'll have the other two sent over at a later date. So over here we've got the same, this card out looks exactly like the card out for the terminal for Wangan. And inside we've got, lo and behold, it's a Symphonia printer, just like what we're used to seeing. So this one is going to be a CHC3 XX series, probably. Let me see if I can slide it out. I actually can't really see the top to see the model number, but we'll look at that later. I don't remember how to... There we go, right. Let's take a look inside. Oh, it looks like we actually have some cardstock. I did not know we were getting that, so that's fortunate. Because I'm sure getting more of this cardstock is nearly impossible. So it's got a relatively generic back there. But what I'm not seeing, let me pull this up to the light. Yeah, no RFID tag in this one. What I'm not seeing is a QR code on the back. So I wonder if it's a front printed scan one. And I'll take a look at the manual in a sec. If it's not, Card Connect actually has a module on the printer, I believe, that prints an IR QR code on the top, or it scans an IR QR code and then stores that in the game. I'm not sure yet. We haven't really looked into Card Connect yet, and it might be another 6 to 12 months before we get one. But very neat that we've got some cardstock in there. Let's see what other goodies are in here. So here we've got the router. We are probably going to need this to get this running, if this runs without network, which a lot of Namco games, I think, do. Some won't come up with anything. What was it? We just messed with a different game that, like, we were surprised it booted at all. It barely lets you do anything, but who knows? Maybe we'll get that out of this too. We've got our test panel here. What else? There's some other things tucked on the inside. It looks like, is that a, no, there's a dongle. It's just it's a Sword Art Online Arcade. Oh, it's an update DVD, update USB. So there's that. What else? I feel like there's something else in here. We've got some serial numbers. Probably looks like a couple of them weren't used, the same ones. or these are probably, there's one for each of the satellite and terminals, and they only needed, you know, so many of them. So there's some extras there. And we've got the terminal and the game manual. So let's take a quick look inside the terminal manual and see if we can see what the printer type is, because I don't think for this video I'm going to pull it out. One thing I noticed, by the way, about this cab is it's very narrow. Like, it's still, you know, I kind of expect that like 3 foot by 3 foot size, but looking at it, these are just a little bit narrower. Like, they're kind of the size of the Wangan terminal. So even if it's like a couple inches or something less, like it is definitely less wide. Okay, so we've got pictures of the printer. Let's see if we can find the model. It doesn't appear to have any extra modules on it, so it probably, whatever cards it prints on the front. I was going to, for this video, usually I try and buy a couple cards off Yahoo Japan. I haven't done that for this yet. I had actually forgotten this thing even has cards. But let's see. Yeah, I don't see anything on the printer type, so whatever. It's not a big deal. It's one of the same models that all the Sega and Konami games are using right now too. So here's the regular games manual. Again, I don't think, just a brief look. There's nothing really special in here. Just some pictures and wiring diagrams and little things. So throw that back. It looks like actually PCB is probably gated behind here, so I'll come back to that a little bit later. It's a BNA 1, it'll be the same as Gundam EX Versus 2, which we had on a previous video. Well, actually, I don't know if it will be previous. I kind of never got around to finishing that, so there's that. And so this does have a coin slot. I would assume, I don't know if you have to use it for everything or if it's just for card printing, but it does have a coin slot, and it looks like the satellite does as well. So let's look here. This got 22,133 plays. Probably, again, that number is probably high just because people were printing cards and nothing special in the coin bucket. Alright, let's go ahead, unwrap the satellite side and take a look at this. So from what I've seen of the game, I think it's like an isometric dungeon crawler style. I don't know. I really don't know too much about it, which kind of, it just makes it a little bit more exciting to get into it, get it running and playing for the first time and stuff like that. But like, if it's anything like what I would think coming from, you know, a Sword Art Online game, I think it would be pretty cool, to say the least, to be able to you know, go dungeon crawling with your favorite characters on an arcade game like this. There's another one. There's actually a metal game that Konami made. Was it Eldera Crown? Do you remember what?
No.
No, it's Knights something. Eternal Knights. Right, Eternal Knights, I think. And they even had it at KAC as one of their competitive titles, but it's like a roguelike metal game. And I really want to try that out because it's a roguelike, you know? That's cool. And I don't care about the metal portion or anything like that, but I just wish I could. I just want to play the game. You know, obviously people want to play the game enough to be competitive in it too, so it's kind of cool. So there's a couple screws out, loose and whatnot everywhere. I noticed on the back of this, like this header, even the screws are really loose. So I'll come back and tighten this in a sec. One of them fell out. I don't know if these are just, if these are as short as, oh no, this one just, look at this thing, look at, weird. Anyway, we'll tighten this up. Like almost everything on this is loose. But yeah, so here we got the game. We got the card readers.
The side pop.
Yeah, that's what these two screws are for, probably. And that's what just pop them in now. But, Got the Pass reader and the camera there for reading QR codes. Oh, it feels like this, oh no, that's the bracket has screws on it too, or yeah, there's tons of missing screws on this. Okay, so let's open this up. Take a look. And hopefully there's nothing special about that cardstock, because then we can use any cardstock we can get or make or anything like that. Alright, so inside we've got the DNA one here. And actually we don't even have to look at the other one, it's probably just the exact same thing as this. But we've got this real cute, like, this I/O rack mount is almost like art. It's like those, it's like getting a custom clear case for one of your, for like a CPS-3 or something like that. Really neat. I think the Chrono Circle looked like that too. It had like a nice mounting board with like a clear plastic over it. And anyway, real clean, neat inside, very small, tidy. And I guess the real juice is seeing how much the actual terminal made. Now, granted, this is probably also split across 4 cabs. So this one, yeah, $29.42 on this, which means someone, I guess when you play this, like, you're really pumping your money into the terminal.
Yeah.
You know, because even if you multiply, I think it's three satellite, 1 terminal. Even if you multiply that out, that's still like 9,000 versus what was this, 22?
Yes.
Yeah, and I mean, also to be fair, likely it's gonna cost. It might cost. I don't know if this prints foils, but like it would cost you like 300 yen, I think, for a foil print, and 100 yen for a regular. So, you know, I don't know. Anyway, that's kind of cute. So let's get this router hooked up, and actually, I might have to leave this. Nope, there should be a back one. And let's get this router hooked up. Yeah, so it looks like there's an, we're gonna need a security bit to get that one. I'm just gonna open the front and hook it up to the front of this. Because it looks like this one, no, it doesn't have Ethernet there at all. Well, I'll just connect them from the front. It's not like we're putting these out or anything right now. So usually what I'll do, since it's kind of a pain to have a spare outlet for this, I don't know, maybe there's an outlet in there, but is I'll, as long as these aren't going online and they work, all the game really looks for is that it has the correct IP address, and I'll just take a Mango router, hook it up to one of the PCs, and that way you can just run an Ethernet cable across and then you're done. So I might do that. I don't see the Ethernet, where the Ethernet goes on this now. Oh, that's interesting. You know what? The PC that's in this might not be a BNA1. Let's look at that manual again. Or I could just grab a screwdriver.
Yeah.
I could probably just grab a screwdriver.
There you go.
Oh, beautiful. Because this is not... I mean, and it always confused me. Well, maybe not, but... It seemed like a waste that EX vs. 2 and other games, like there's a BNA1 in there as the terminal, and the terminal doesn't really do anything. Yeah, this might be an ES4 or something else. Is that ES4? Yeah, I think that is. Here, let me get in there, see if the light can. Yeah, interesting. So it's an ES4. There are not very many games that run on. The only other one that I could think of was Gunbullet. So that's interesting that they use an ES4 for this. Let's see. So yeah, there's nothing hooked up to the LAN. means we'd have to plug this in from the front anyway on this one. I'd assume that you just run it out the back when you actually do it. So let's go ahead and we'll at least put these on the same router. And we'll plug the whole thing in. You didn't see a service outlet in there, did you?
Service outlet.
That's usually another thing that newer cabs are getting. They're getting smarter and starting to actually, you know, put a service outlet in the cabs. Okay. Well, we'll just hook everything up here then. I bet you the power draw on these is really low too. I was always impressed, like Theater Rhythm. If I wasn't reading something wrong, I think it uses like 0.8 amps, which is the lowest I've seen of any cab. Just to, well, there's not much going on, but okay. This.
Will it fit?
That's weird. It's got. Are you powered? Yeah, it's powered. Okay. Let's go ahead and plug in the back and see what these do.
Oh, it's upside down.
Yeah, let's see 2017 on there, but I don't think there was a version before BNA 1, and BNA 1, I think it didn't start getting used until maybe 2019. I'll look it up maybe if we happen to follow up, or I'll put it in the comments, because I want to say it was 2019 though, because I don't remember this being out when I was in Japan in 2019. So I think it was like right around the end of there, right into 2020, like right when COVID started. Uh-oh. That's interesting. I've never actually seen it stop on the...
We had like a login save.
The logins. Well, yeah, like we can dump that information. You can use those logins and it works, but I've never seen it actually just go to that screen. Interesting. But, so yeah, you know what? Actually, no, I can check the manual. I'm pretty sure this was 2019. I'll say one thing. This monitor looks super sharp. You know, it's because it says, so the manual says copyright 2018. Maybe it came out in 2018, or it was developed then, I don't know.
Well, it's 2018 for Bandai
Namco, yeah. So maybe. 2018 might be right. That's going to take a while, actually, to boot, so... I don't know, is there anything else you can think of? Well, because again, this is going to take a while, so... I guess we'll be back in 2 minutes or so. Alright, we got this one starting up. We've got the terminal over here is still doing its thing. Alright, this one was probably had the test switch set. Yeah, the test switch is flipped up. So also interesting, cute thing. I've very rarely ever seen this, but there's actually like a button guard over the service switch there. So that's just cute. But yeah, let's take a look at a couple things in here. So just close time setting. Probably this game, all the settings are in the are on the terminal. So we may not be able to do very much from here, but we'll kind of look through this first while the terminal's booting.
Tracked at 0.
Network, well, we'll wait for that to boot up. Let's see, others. I/O test, switch test. Feeling good. That's all there really is. What's
Digital button.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, touchscreen works fine. Is there? Oh yeah, these. Yeah, that would make sense. 1, 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Up and enter. Camera test. So yeah, there's our camera. I mean, that's a QR code. That's obvious from there, but just.
Ooh.
I don't expect any of these to not be working or link test. I don't know. But let's see what happens if we take this out of test mode without the terminal. We got that side coming up. So here it stopped at I/O PCB and then just went into test mode. System okay. And so it looks like it'll boot to something without the terminal. And who knows, maybe it'll be like Love Live, where we had to do some modification for Love Live, but it was playable. So here we've got the terminal sites booted up. Okay. I'm going to flip up our service switch here. Put a credit or 2 in. Come on. I know you can do it. Maybe it can't. Oh. I'm going to come up over here. So this one has all net down. And it has an offline error. Oh, no, there we go. Okay. Okay, so it does let us probably... This might here, you know, while I'm at this, I'm gonna just grab my card out of here. See what it does. Okay, offline, so guest mode, let's go ahead. Let's put in. I'll come back later and check if it actually needs the terminal or not, because it might not. This happened to boot up at roughly the same time, so. Looks like, so it looks like we can't play any of these modes without clearing a certain number of missions here, which is going to be an immediate limiting factor for like us bringing out the conventions, where if you have to do that to be able to try anything new. But let's go ahead and do this, and I think one of them said I had to get to episode 3, one you have to get to episode 5. So we'll play through and see how far we can get.
No.
Without
No.
Alright, so we've got some story. I'm going to skip through this in a sec here, but just wanted to kind of show what we've got here. Yeah, you know what, let's just skip it all. Yes. And get us into some gameplay. depending how crazy people get with this, once we start getting more of them, maybe we'll even get like a translation done for it. Husbando!
今日も頼りにしてるわよ。やってみましょう。
Yeah, look, if this works without a terminal, like, if people can at least try the game, maybe I'll bring this out. I think it'll be cute. You get a lot of attention, that's for sure. Okay, so it looks like each button corresponds with a character, so you can switch between them. There doesn't seem to be anything else in the world. Looks like as long as you're playing through, as long as you're building up this game, you get like a level 1, level 2, level 3 skill you can use as well. Yeah, it looks like this still acts as like as a tutorial still, but we'll see how far it lets us go.
で全開だな。
確認してくださいね。
俺に任せて。
I need to remember next time to like actually turn the volume down on these when we start doing videos, because it gets pretty loud.
何な
Well,
の？
again, I'm gonna skip this for now because we're kind of trying to see as much of the gameplay as we can for now. Oh, guys, you know, actually, I think that's all it's gonna let us play then. It's just one mission. So maybe if that's all we've got, I won't bring it out. You know, I don't know. Yeah, that's all it's letting us do. So let's go on over to the terminal here and let's see what we've got on this side. It's kind of cute. This one doesn't have a cover on the service button. But let's go in and check out our game options. Nope, same thing there. No. Oh, was there coin options in this one? I don't know.
I don't know.
I'll check. So
Daily
free
gotcha
coins off.
bonus.
Daily gotcha bonus. Left credit clear. Let's here. I'm gonna put this back in this menu. Maybe I just overlooked it.
I would assume not. But...
Yeah, I would assume not as well. Because usually that's set by... Well, no, because Gundam EX versus 1...
Coin
there's coin options.
Okay.
Lets you...
Ticket plan.
Interesting, yeah. So let's put that on free play. And then in a sec, I'll actually try taking this... I'm going to set the game audio low, too. Real quick. Volume. Do a quick check. I'll set it on 5 for now. Come on over here. And then we'll try, at the end of this, I'll try and set that without the terminal, see what it does. So IO test is, yeah, it's probably just the panel down there. Let's do the output test real quick.
RGB.
So it's just all up there. Oh, interesting. It won't let me...
You're on autoplay.
Yeah, it won't let me exit out without...
Oh. Okay.
There we go. That's interesting. Okay, touch panel. Might as well. Probably fine. This is a pretty new touchscreen, so... Did that just start on its own?
Maybe because your pass is right next to the reader?
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, here. Card reader writer test. Let's go ahead and... Oh no, this is the...
It's got a BFD.
Well, it doesn't have an active VFD.
Oh, no
thank
good.
God.
No good.
ID check. So that's just the okay. That's that meter. I don't need that. That's fine. Printer test. I do want to do. So yeah, it does print hollow. Let's do a test color chart. We'll do one print of that and one print of the hollow and see what we get. Like that much, I can sacrifice a card for. So yeah, and actually you can see here, it's a CHC 330 5B. Cutter inside, do not insert fingers. See that roller turning? Spit her out. There we go, limited edition. Let's do a hollow print. And then we'll just boot this up and see. It's obviously not going to let us access any profiles, but maybe we can get a look at what this will allow us to do. I would assume you can probably change costumes, characters, stuff like that. As well as probably the scanner might quick load characters or something, I don't know. We'll see. But it is definitely limited without that support. I see you rolling. Let's just see what network says now. Oh.
Ruined it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was just full print of the foil. Actually, I can kind of see. You probably can't on the camera, but I can see. Or is that just the? I feel like if it's a mask. No, it's the card back. You can see the card back through it. I was like, did it use some kind of mask or something? But no, it's just. Okay, well, there's our 2 test prints out of that. I'm sure all the printers actually probably do about the same thing. So yeah. Obviously, it's not going to get like a license or a server or anything like that, so. But
1.0, man.
yeah. Let's just go ahead, pop this out of test mode, see if we can do anything. And then I'm going to turn this whole thing off, and then just power on this side and see what we get. Go ahead, yeah, check out some of the demo footage at least while we're... I mean, it looks like, I don't want to say any, but it looks like just about any, like, PS2 era, like, isometric RPG from, you know, from that time, probably. It actually kind of, like... I'm sure a lot of people are... There's a lot of people out there that are like, ew, Sword Art Online, but Dot Hack came first. And, you know, like, it almost feels like the Dot Hack games.
Almost, yeah.
But, and I'm pretty sure, like, that's kind of what they were going for. But, like, that doesn't make it bad or anything. And, you know, like what you like. Don't let other people, you know, tell you what to like with it. But, anyway, it's cool. It's just like a... Obviously, the graphics and stuff are much cleaner, but... God, I don't know if you noticed how much trouble it was having trying to display that screen.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's not...
I wonder if it's because maybe it's trying to check for network or something.
I don't know. So this side's touchscreen only. Or maybe it's just a first boot thing. You know how the title
or something? Or
that's where the VFD for the for eMoney would be.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean you know how all the title games their first boot stuff like Densha to Go.
Tekken.
Yeah, like well, Densha and Starring Paradox are major culprits when it comes to the first boot taking forever, and after that, like it's fine or something. But come on.
Well, it did that last time.
Yeah, yeah, did that one. Yeah. Looks like there was something. Okay, so yeah, this is going to give us this. I forgot what else throws that error noise. It's Wangan, right? Yeah, no, Wangan
it's
does
Wangan,
that too. Yeah. So it looks like this side we're probably not going to be able to do anything with because offline uptime error. Now I'm assuming offline uptime error means that it hasn't connected to the network recently enough. So it's possible that this end might, that the satellite might do the same thing. Because that's throwing 5-12, which is as a timeout. This one's throwing offline uptime error, just assuming that it's been offline for too long. So we'll have to look into these further. More than likely, with as limited as the gameplay is on this, I'm not going to bring this out to shows. Like, it's cool and all, but other stuff could take that slot. So I'm going to go ahead, shut this all down real quick, fire this up, and just see what it does with nothing connected to it. I'll come back and kind of talk about that a bit and wrap up the video. All right, so I've disconnected everything, and yeah, it just boots into this tutorial even without the router or the terminal. So it gives us an idea of like what we can use this for. I'm probably still not going to bring this out to shows. It's too limited for that, but who knows? We'll see. It might be cool. I mean, we brought out Dragon Ball, which is pretty limited as well, so we'll see. I'm not sure, but yeah, so it just comes up. It says network disconnect, and the game is just as playable as it was before. So that's all we've got for the Sword Art Online arcade version for now. We'll see later down the line if we get some support for it and get more out of it. But I think it'll be a lot of fun if we do. So there's the satellite. Here one more time is the terminal. Hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed checking it out, and hopefully we'll have these out sometime soon for people to try. Take care, stay safe as always, and we'll see you in the next video.